For Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, the race is pretty open because you have the four guys from Modern Family, and any of them could really win. We don't know exactly who has the more support than anybody else. Then you have John Cryer for 2.5 Men. That could, if he could win a couple years ago with that horrible episode, then he could win at any time, and he might get some votes because of the whole 2.5 Men situation and how he handled it. Chris Colfer was probably the front runner for the entire season of Glee, and you could argue that really he should have even be in the lead actor category, but he went supporting, and he had a great shot to win until he submitted the episode Grilled Cheeses. What a horrible episode to submit. He really should have just played it safe and gone with a Never Been Kissed, and he probably would have had a great shot at winning. In his episode submission, he's just so unlikable. He's annoying. It's so melodramatic, over the top, that it's just going to be a turn off for voters. I just feel like that. And I don't think Chris Colfer has a shot at winning, which is sad because he was so great the entire season. If he wins, I'll kind of be shocked. If he wins, it's going to be because he was so sympathetic, I guess, that he got the sympathy vote for, in the episode his father is in a coma. So it'll be manipulative if he wins it for this episode, because it's not funny whatsoever at all. And really there's nothing Emmy worthy about his acting in this episode. So it really is all about Modern Family in this category. And for now, and the frontrunner for the majority of the season has to be Ty Burrell. He's probably going to win it. His episode Good Cops, Bad Cop, Good Cop, Bad Dog is an awesome episode. He's pretty hilarious in it, and he's great in every other episode. And I think that's what we always have to think in mind for this category. Voters are going to be watching 4 episodes of Modern Family, and the winner might not necessarily be the one who has the best episode submission. The winner might be the one who has the best performance in all 4 episodes. With that in mind, it's still Ty Burrell. He has a great scene in every episode of his co-stars. Jesse Tyler Ferguson is great in Halloween. I'm so glad he submitted that episode. That was the best thing he had to submit. And his storyline, he's going to get a lot of votes, but I don't think it's enough to win it. Ed O'Neill is probably second in the race, right behind Ty Burrell. He's probably one of the most overdue actors in Emmy history, so he's gonna get a lot of votes just for that. He finally gets nominated. He has a great episode, and not just that, his performance in Eric Stone Street episode Mother's Day is so great. You get to see the emotional side of Jay, and when Mother's Day episode first aired, I said he's gonna win the Emmy for this, but then he didn't submit it. So I'm wondering if voters will count it against him just because it wasn't his official episode, and when they see Mother's Day, they'll be paying more attention to Eric Stone Street than Ed O'Neill. With that said, you can't help but see all the performances in the episodes, like I just said, a couple of seconds ago. So I still think Ed O'Neill's in it, and because of Mother's Day and his episode, he's right behind Ty Burrell. And part of me wants to predict Ed O'Neill to win, just because Mother's Day is that great of an episode for him. And when I first saw it, something told me it's done. He's winning. But I'm going against my first initial reaction and saying Ty Burrell is gonna win it, just because in this category, it really usually goes to the funniest, and Ty Burrell has that. Most people are counting out Eric Stone Street this year. However, his character, the character of Cam, is one of those, Niles in Frasier, David Hyde Pierce as Niles in Frasier, where they're always amazing. They're always great. Even when it's not about them, they get your attention. And something tells me not to count him out. He did have 2 episodes that he could have submitted. The one where he becomes Fistball again, I thought that was great. And when I first saw it, I was like, okay, he's winning. And then the episode that I thought he was going to submit was the one where he finds out about Lily's last name not being his own. Two monkeys and a panda. When I saw that episode, I was like, this is Emmy bait. He has this. And it's going to be a close race. And I was all excited about how everyone was going to choose their episodes. And then when I found out he submitted Mother's Day, I was completely shocked. I do not know why he submitted this episode. He's good, but he doesn't get your attention as much. So I was kind of heartbroken and disappointed that he did not go with Two Monkeys and a Panda. Because I think with that episode, he would be ranked 1 or 2 easily. But he didn't. So he's still in the race, but he's not in the top slot. So it's going to be Ty Burrell versus Ed O'Neill. Going with Burrell, but you could easily go with O'Neill because he is in second place right now. But I just feel like this is going to be one of those West Wing, Frasier types, or Will and Grace types, where every actor is going to get their shot at winning an Emmy. And I just feel like, okay, this year's going to be Ty Burrell. So I'm going with him for the win. And it will be deserving because he had such a great season, and his episode submission is pretty awesome.